Hey, welcome to a new video. For most people, a house is a safe place where you can retreat to enjoy yourself. In every country, houses are built in different ways. But did you know that there's also people who live in the strangest houses? Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. A woman named Joanne Ursery from Mississippi, United States, literally lives in a Boeing 727 plane. She was not supposed to live on an airplane, but she was forced to look for a new home, because in 1994, her previous home was completely destroyed by a fire. The Boeing 727 cost her $2,000 and another $4,000 to transport it to the shore of the lake. Later, she built the entire plane into a functioning home, which cost her $25,000. The house consists of 2 bedrooms, with their own bathroom, kitchen, living room, and where the cockpit was, she installed a jacuzzi. From the cockpit, she also has an incredibly beautiful view of the lake. The woman has said that she would like a Boeing 747 next time, because they have an upper floor and she would like to walk upstairs to go to bed. We start with a house that looks like a spaceship and is literally built on a volcano hill. It probably already sounds very unlikely when you say it out loud, but don't judge it too quickly. This is a real house with 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The 2-story house even has a garage. The price tag for this is about 600,000 euros. Do you dare deviate from the typical houses and stay in a home that is older than the United States? Look no further than the Montezuma Canyon House, located in the southwestern part of Utah. Montezuma Canyon is named after the Aztec Emperor Montezuma. Early Spanish explorers believed that he had hidden treasures somewhere in that region. It's a place steeped in history, mystery, and natural beauty. This incredible house is about 700 years old and was carved out of the cliff rocks by the ancestral Pueblo people. Imagine waking up in one of the 20 rooms that have stood the test of time for centuries. In addition, modern amenities such as a full kitchen and bathroom have been added to make your stay more comfortable. But reaching the Montezuma Canyon house is not easy. Visitors can opt for a steep hike or rent a quad to reach the remote location. But trust us, the stunning views make it all worthwhile. The next house probably reminds you of something out of a fairy tale. But Takus Sagian is a tea house and it's built on the tops of 2 chestnut trees near a mountain. If you want to enter this house, it's not that easy. In fact, you have to use the freestanding ladders that lean against one of the trees. Pretty awkward and a little dangerous, don't you think? Are you such a big fan of Star Wars that you dream of living in a galaxy far, far away? Dream no more. Go to Queensland, Australia and stay in the Millennium Falcon house. From the outside, the house looks exactly like the iconic Spaceship from the beloved film series. The property was designed by Rod Perry and built with a combination of recycled and reused materials. The exterior is crafted to match the familiar shape of the Millennium Falcon, complete with the cockpit, thrusters, and engine exhausts. The property is located in the scenic Binnaburra Mountains, about 93 miles or 150 kilometers south of Brisbane. And once you step inside, you are fully immersed in another world. Every corner of the house is covered in Star Wars memorabilia, so you'll feel like you're living on the Millennium Falcon itself. From Jedi lightsabers and Star Wars posters to a life-size Chewbacca statue and Stormtrooper helmets, this house has it all. It's no wonder that Star Wars fans from all over the world come here to take photos and experience this unique opportunity. We all probably remember the Teletubbies show and that house on the hill. But did you know that this house really exists? In fact, the real house is called Melor, and it's located in the town of Pembrokeshire in Wales. It looks exactly like the house we saw in the show. It only has 1 room, and there's a lot of light there. Would you like to visit this house? Nestled in the heart of the Greek Garania Mountains, surrounded by 600 olive trees, is a house that seemingly blends into nature. This beautiful minimalist concrete structure is inspired by the Pythagorean theorem and designed by architect Telemakos Andrianopoulos. The owner specifically chose this location to escape their office lives and immerse themselves in the tranquility of nature. The house is built on a hilly piece of land, and there is a courtyard in the center that divides the sleeping and living quarters. The larger block contains an open living and dining area with a breathtaking view of the mountains. Glass sliding doors connect the interior with the protected garden spaces, while small lights in the wall illuminate the facade at night. This is a perfect example of creative architecture that harmonizes with nature. The Flintstone House might look familiar to you, but this house was inspired by the television series Flintstones. The house was designed by an architect named William Nicholson and built in 1976 for Dick Clark, an American TV icon. You can view the house in Hillsborough, California in the United States, and it's easily seen from the Dorn Bridge. The house is approximately 250 square feet and was recently sold by Clark's widow for $1.78 million. This beautiful house has a bedroom, 2 bathrooms, a garage for 2 cars, and an interior covered with steel, wood, and huge glass windows that give you a nice view. Even the furniture from the tables to the counters is made of stone to make it look as much like the house in the television series as possible. Nowadays, there's also life-size dinosaur statues in the garden, to the dismay of her neighbors. The next house is from another iconic movie. If you've seen the cartoon Up, you probably remember this balloon house. This house was also made in real life, and you can see it near Los Angeles. This house weighs about 900 kilograms, and it's 5 meters by 5 meters in size. Each balloon that was inflated allowed them to lift the house into the air. In 1 hour, the house rose to an altitude of almost 3,000 meters. Pretty cool. The Malibu Pyramid House, located in California, was designed by architect Ed Niles and built in the early 1990s. As you can see, it has a striking triangular pyramid shape with floor-to-ceiling windows that offer a spectacular panoramic view. The house was built on a steep hill overlooking the Pacific Ocean, which required careful and strategic planning to construct a safe and stable foundation. To achieve this, the house was built with a reinforced concrete foundation, mixed with rocks and pebbles native to the area. Another interesting aspect of the Malibu Pyramid House is its history. The house was once owned by Hollywood producer Robert Evans, who often hosted large parties and gatherings on the property. In fact, the house was used as a location for several Hollywood movies, including Indecent Proposal and The Big Lebowski. The unique design and remote location of the house made it a popular choice for many filmmakers looking for an interesting and unique location. This is the most dangerous house on this list because it's hanging on a cliff. The house has 5 floors and was conceived by architects called Modscape, who are known for bizarre designs. On their website, they state that their goal is to create a connection with the ocean. As seen in the picture, I assume the entrance at the top is for entry. Each floor is built on the cliff itself. Residents of the house will descend via a lift or stairs to, for example, the bedroom, living room, and the kitchen. The lowest floor of the house consists of an outdoor space that seemingly floats over the water, which can be quite scary. The view from the house is great. You literally look out over the ocean. However, it's still a concept, but the intention is to eventually build the house on the southwest coast of Australia. Can you imagine living on a mountain? And not in a cave, but a modern house built into a rock? This house is located in Canada and was designed for a specific client. It has 4 floors and a large number of spaces. For example, there's a floor for the grandparents of the family, and 1 for the parents, and 2 more floors to create a sports room, among other things. This house must have cost a lot of money. The Simpsons House at 742 Evergreen Terrace in the fictional town of Springfield is one of the most iconic houses in the history of film and television. But what if we told you that this house also exists in real life? There is a life-size replica of the Simpsons House built in 1997 in Henderson, Nevada to celebrate the show's 10th anniversary. The house was an exact copy of the house in the cartoon. Inside it has the iconic pink paint, green shutters, and a replica of the famous living room with the bright orange couch and the portrait of the family above it. The replica house was built as a part of a contest by Fox to promote the show's 10th season. However, the contest to win the house as a grand prize was canceled due to overwhelming interest and the cost of moving and maintaining the house. After the cancellation of the contest, the house remained on its original location for a few more years before it was eventually demolished in 2019. The demolition of the house was a controversial decision, with many fans of the show calling for it to be saved and turned into a museum or attraction. Can you imagine a house made of plastic bottles? An 86-year-old woman from El Salvador, a country in Central America, has spent 12 years building her house with plastic bottles. The reason she didn't use bricks, cement, or wood is because she didn't have the money to buy the usual building materials. She started storing empty bottles in 2005 and also asked people in the village for help. When she finally had enough bottles, she started assembling it herself. She even took advantage of the bottle caps and used them as part of the floor in her house. The house still stands firm today, and the woman has since become a celebrity for her unique way of building a house. Have you ever flown in an airplane and you absolutely love it? Then how would you like to live in an airplane? The aircraft house is called Mizaria, and it's located in Lebanon. It was built to look like a real Airbus A380. The owner has dreamed of living in such an airplane since he was a child, so he's fulfilled his dream. What's your dream home? Let me know in the comments. This unique house measures only 3 feet, or 0.91 meters wide, earning it the nickname the Pie House. It was built in the 1920s, and despite its small size, manages to have all the necessary functions of a regular house. There is a living room, dining room, kitchen, and even a bedroom in the attic. While it may not be the most spacious house, it certainly is one of the most charming. The Pie House has recently been in the news as it's been put up for sale. The asking price for this unique home is $269,000, which may seem pricey for a small house, but given its history and charm, it's not surprising that it comes with a hefty price tag. The current owners have done an excellent job in maintaining the house, so the new owners can move in right away if they choose to. But not everyone had a positive opinion about the house, as some said it was too narrow and it would not be comfortable to live in. This family home looks like a normal 3-story modern house on the outside. The house is 50 square meters and is located in Tokyo, Japan. Designed by Japanese studio architects, it was completed in 2009, with the slide connecting the 3 floors. You can walk up a staircase, after which you can slide down the other side of the house via a slide. For this family of 5, the main attraction of the house is sliding down from multiple levels. With this, the parents wanted to give the 3 young children nice memories of growing up in this house. You would think that this would be enough fun, but they also have a ball pit in the middle of the living room. On the 3rd floor, there's a large bedroom that is shared by the whole family. In my opinion, these parents go very far to satisfy their kids in this way. The Invisible Mirror Desert House is located in the middle of the rocks of the California desert. This house is made entirely of mirrors and was built for a movie producer. You can rent the house for a photo shoot, film shoots, or other events. The over 500 meter square house was designed as one big space and will also The over 500 meter square house was designed as one big space, and you'll also find a large indoor pool. Standing at over 95 feet or 29 meters tall and consisting of 11 stories, this is the ultimate treehouse, but the story behind it is even more interesting. This treehouse, located in Crossville, Tennessee, is a true wonder of modern engineering. It was built by Pastor Horace Burgess after he reportedly received a message from God asking him to do so. The man took this divine command seriously and spent over a decade building the treehouse using recycled materials. Despite its impressive size, the treehouse is not without its quirks. Some visitors have reported that it can be a bit wobbly, adding to the feeling of adventure and excitement. And while it might not be the most luxurious accommodation, it's certainly one of the most unique. Would you want to live here? You might think, why is there a house that looks like a toilet? The answer to that is that it was built by Sim Jae-duk, the former mayor of Suwon City in South Korea. The goal was to keep the public toilets clean. The former mayor also helped start the World Toilet Association, which is dedicated to improving sanitation around the world. In 2007, he built the world's first toilet-shaped house, where he lived in until his death in 2009. Then it was converted into a museum. It's built entirely of steel and glass, and costs a whopping $1.1 million. The bathroom has glass walls in the middle of the house, but if you want privacy, you press a button and the walls come forward, so you're shielded. The toilet drain is also equipped with the technology that recycles the toilet water. Today, the house has become a tourist attraction that is hugely visited by people all over the world. Imagine having a 2-story house that you can take anywhere. This is a floating home and is something between a yacht and a luxury mansion. This house is currently in Miami, Florida, and you can buy it for about 5 million euros. It has 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and plenty of indoor and outdoor space. This floating house is about 25 meters long, and it can even sail the ocean. The Quetzalcoatl Snake House, located in Acalpan, Mexico, is just as wild as it sounds. This house is designed in the shape of a giant snake and may not be suitable for people who are afraid of these animals. But for those who are brave enough, this should be a truly unique experience. Mexican architect Javier Seniosen, who built the house, was inspired by the ancient Mesoamerican deity of the same name, who was often depicted as a snake. The house has a long winding hallway that mimics the body of a snake, with skylights in the tall section that provide the space with natural light. But the most quirky part of the house must be the cave-like bedroom, located right in the middle of the structure. It's perfect for those who want to channel their inner caveman and truly feel connected to the earth. And who knows, you might even feel like a Mesoamerican god yourself. It seems that many people like to live on the edge between land and sea. This is a strange house built on a cliff, and is a good example of that. In fact, it's very extreme and very unique in that respect. Casa stands wall to wall in the water. It's literally built in between cliffs above the Aegean Sea near Greece. If you're in the house and look up, it seems like you're underwater. If you live here, I hope you don't have a fear of water. The Hello Kitty house in Shanghai is a dream come true for any fan of the iconic character. Located in the Jiangqiao district of Shanghai, China, this playful pink and purple house is as colorful as you would expect from a Hello Kitty-themed home. The house was built by a local real estate developer who wanted to create a unique and fun space that would appeal to families with children. The house features everything from a Hello Kitty-themed kitchen and living room to a colorful garden and even a rooftop terrace. The attention to detail in the house is truly impressive. Even the bathroom is fully decorated in Hello Kitty style, from the shower curtain to the toilet seat. Near the house, there is also a cafe and gift shop where visitors can buy even more Hello Kitty merchandise to take home. And for those who really want to make their visit unforgettable, the house also offers costume rental, so you can fully immerse yourself in the theme. Did you know that houses are being built out of empty containers these days? These are large containers, but a man named Jeff Wilson decided to live in a rather small container. He calls the house Casa and developed it as a solution to the rising housing shortage. You'll be surprised to learn that his tiny house is filled with the latest technology, and it even has a storage unit. As the name suggests, the entire house is decorated with porcelain, making it a unique experience you won't find anywhere else. Built by the well-known collector Jiang Lianji, the Porcelain House is a tribute to Chinese art and culture. It features over 300 million porcelain pieces, including vases, bowls, plates, and even gemstones. Jiang also uses the porcelain pieces to create intricate designs and patterns on every surface of the house. It's like stepping into a living art installation. Inside the Porcelain House, more than 5,000 antiques are on display, including artifacts from the Qing Dynasty, ancient Chinese coins, and rare books. The house serves not only as an art gallery, but also as a museum. One of the most stunning features is the outdoor garden, which is also decorated with porcelain pieces. Visitors can stroll through the garden and enjoy the beauty of porcelain flowers, plants, and even animals such as turtles and rabbits. Would you like to live in a real cave? Then one like this seems quite suitable for that, because you can live in this cave in a modern way. Before this cave became a habitable house, it was a mine under a forest. Then it was converted into a glass recycling center. After this closed, it went on sale. The couple Kurt and Deborah from Missouri in the United States fell in love with this place, and together they transformed it into a livable cave home. That must have been quite a renovation. Glass and geodesic dome houses are some of the most interesting and innovative types of houses out there. They use unique materials and have quickly become popular among people looking for sustainable and eco-friendly housing options. A fascinating example is the mud house built inside a geodesic dome in the Arctic Circle. These houses showcase how alternative building practices can provide warmth and comfort even in extremely cold environments. Believe it or not, glass and geodesic domes can also be surprisingly affordable to build. They don't require extensive foundations or framing and can be often built using recycled or salvaged materials. Another unique feature is their energy efficiency. The round dome-shaped design provides natural airflow and temperature control, which can drastically reduce heating and cooling costs. Additionally, the use of sustainable materials and solar panels can help make these homes even more eco-friendly. This house was built in 1930 by an American architect named Frank Lloyd Wright. The house stands in the woods of the southwestern Pennsylvania in the United States and was completed in 1937. What makes this house special is that it was built on top of a waterfall, and it was created so that the falls can still be viewed. It's owned by wealthy department store owner Edgar J. Kaufman and receives thousands of visitors every year. Almost 5 million people have already visited this house. The interior has wooden furniture and is also custom designed. The house, called Falling Water, is said to be worth $2.5 million today. However, the house isn't for sale, as it's become a National Historic Site and has been described as one of the world's finest works. Usually a house is built on a fixed spot, But this man named Liu Ling Chao has been carrying his house around with him for over 5 years. This man is from China and built the house from bamboo sticks and plastic sheeting. As a profession, he sells recyclable drinking bottles, and wherever he goes, he always takes his house with him on his back. The boot house is located in Tasman Bay, New Zealand, and is designed to look like a giant boot. The building was designed by local artist and builder Steve Knowles, who was inspired by the classic children's song, "There Was an Old Woman Who Lived in a Shoe." The exterior features detailed woodwork that resembles the texture of leather, complete with laces and buckles. Inside, it offers a cozy and comfortable living space with all the amenities visitors need for a comfortable stay. An interesting fact about the boot house is that it was largely built using recycled and salvaged materials. The wood used for the exterior cladding was rescued from an old wharf, while the copper used for the chimney and trim came from an old house. The boot has received a lot of attention online, with many people admiring the unique design and sustainable construction. The couple who built the house also offers guests the opportunity to learn about sustainable living during their stay. This home is for true Star Trek fans, and is now for sale because the owner's in jail. This unusual home is a copy of the real Star Trek Spaceship, and it took the owner and designer 10 long years and hundreds of thousands of dollars to turn this home into a spaceship. It's been thought out to the smallest detail, and you won't find another home like it in the whole world. Los Terrenos is a family home located in the hills of Monterrey, Mexico. Designed by architect Tatiana Bilbao. The house consists of 6 separate sections, each with a different function, connected by a central hall. They are arranged to maximize views of the surrounding landscape and provide a sense of privacy. The design of the house is inspired by traditional Mexican architecture and materials, such as adobe, wood, and stone, which give it a warm and inviting feel. Los Terrenos is designed to be sustainable and energy efficient, with amenities such as solar panels, rainwater harvesting, and natural ventilation. In addition, the house is built into a hill, which helps regulate temperature and acts as a natural barrier against noise and pollution. The interior of the house is decorated with a mix of modern and traditional elements, including handmade furniture and art from local artisans. One of the most interesting features is the use of natural light, which floods the interior spaces through large windows and skylights, creating a bright and airy atmosphere. It's also the perfect place to enjoy a margarita and the beautiful Mexican sunset, or just relax with a good book. Forget all the houses you've seen so far, because just one picture of this house will surely make your heart beat faster. This house is built at the bottom of a cliff, and as such, it looks extremely dangerous. Unfortunately though, it turned out that the photo that went viral on social media was a digital Photoshop to advertise concrete glue. But what would it be like if this house was real? Would you want to live there? Between the towns of Celorico de Basto and Fafe in Portugal, there lie a boulder that had been lying on the side of the hill for 1,000 years. Guilherme Pires, a local man, had a vision to create something unique by incorporating the boulder into a house design. He collaborated with architect Rui Vieira Oliveira, and together they created a beautiful house with the boulder as its foundation. The boulder has also served as a natural barrier, providing insulation against the hot sun and cold wind. The house was built into the hill and had a green roof that blended in with the landscape. Inside, the living spaces are light and modern, with large windows that offer stunning views of the surrounding countryside. The boulder also serves as the foundation for the walls and ceilings of the house. Today, it has become a popular tourist attraction, with people from all over the world coming to admire the unique style and design. It's an excellent example of how architecture can work with nature to create something extraordinary. The house has also been designated as a monument, and if you want to visit, you'll need to travel to northern Portugal. It seems that futuristic house designs are becoming more and more wildly popular. One of the most interesting and unusual houses is the Tubular glass house, located in a forest near Kazakhstan. The 4-story house is surrounded by trees, and you can enjoy a breathtaking 360-degree view of the forest. The designer of this house explained that he wanted to create a house for people to live in harmony with nature. Ready to bring the future to the present? Look no further than the Chemosphere House, better known as the Jetsons House. This unique house, designed by John Latner in 1960, sits on an almost 30 feet or 9-meter high concrete pedestal and offers breathtaking views of the San Fernando Valley in California. The round design of the house, huge windows, and futuristic aesthetic make it truly unique. But don't let the appearance of this house fool you, it's also a marvel of engineering. The innovative design of the house ensures that it can withstand extreme weather conditions, such as earthquakes and high winds. It's a true tribute to Latner's progressive approach to architecture. Despite initial skepticism and controversy, the Jetsons house has become a beloved landmark and has even been used as a location for numerous pop culture references. It was even used as a location for the 1985 film Body Double. This is the Egg House, located in China. This insanely tiny house is only 2 meters high. It's said to be waterproof and has good insulation. He covered the roof with grass seeds, whose seeds began to sprout in the spring. He also has a solar panel that provides power, and a handful of electrical appliances inside. Some people like to keep work and personal life separate. Others like to grab attention, like the next homeowners. This remarkable house, built in the shape of a camera, is located in Karnataka, India. The house has 3 floors and consists of 5 lenses and a flash lamp that serves as a skylight in the living room. The dream house of Belgaum-based photographer Ravi Hangal, called Click, is a stunning tribute to his artistic vision and passion for photography. The house is not only a unique and creatively designed architectural wonder, but also serves as a peaceful living space for this family. The house was designed by Ravi's friend and architect, who spent a year working on the perfect blueprint for the house. The idea behind the house was inspired by Ravi's love for photography, and the lenses on the house are numbered according to the ages of his family members. Additionally, the house is not only stylishly designed, but also has eco-friendly elements added, such as solar panels and wind turbines. If you're a fan of photography and happen to be in the area, this house is definitely worth a visit. A Dutch designer by the name of Floris Schoenderbeek has come up with an incredibly unique idea. He has managed to create a kind of basement-like house that can be placed underground. In principle, it would serve as an underground refrigerator that does not consume any energy. It keeps the temperature inside at an average of about 10 degrees, thanks to the depth in the ground in which it was built. It's therefore a very useful thing for a hot summer day. It's also nicely decorated on the inside. It would just need one more bed and you might be able to live there. What I've been able to find is that the price tag for this is at least 88,000 euros. If you're interested in purchasing something like this, the only thing you need is for a piece of land to bury the thing in. The Dr. Seuss House is hidden in Alaska and is named because of its fairy tale appearance. In fact, Dr. Seuss was a famous American children's book author, with a lot of imagination. The house is about 55 meters high, and initially, the owner only wanted to build a 1- or 2-story log cabin. But he got a little carried away, and now there's somewhere between 14 and 17 floors. It eventually turned into an incredibly beautiful fairy tale house. A tiny house in the middle of a lava flow may sound a little crazy, but it's a real place you can find on the big island of Hawaii. Are you looking for a unique place to live? Living near a volcano may not sound like the best choice. However, the house was built by a couple who used local building materials from the nearby jungle. The lava flow occurred about 30 years ago. Although the house is surrounded by natural beauty, you probably wouldn't want to live there. The interior is small but functional, with a sleeping loft, a compact kitchen, and a compositing toilet, and an outdoor shower. But as you might have guessed, this house doesn't come without its dangers. There's a possibility that the lava flow could change course and inundate the house. This unique location may have blinded the couple to the potential hazards of living in an active volcano landscape. Would you want to live here? Let me know in the comments. Habitat 67 consists of 354 stacked concrete cubes, each with its own garden terrace, located in the Canadian city of Montreal. The unique residential complex was designed by architect Mosh Safdie and was built as part of a world exhibition called Expo 67. Apart from its aesthetic appeal, Habitat 67 is also an impressive example of sustainable architecture. The apartments vary in size and layout, from 1 to 4 bedrooms. The complex is located on the banks of St. Lawrence River, offering stunning views of the city skyline and the river. Habitat 67 was originally intended as a prototype for affordable housing, but it ultimately became a symbol of innovative architectural design. In 2017, Habitat 67 celebrated its 50th anniversary and remains a popular tourist attraction and a coveted place to live. The complex has also been featured in numerous films, TV shows, and music videos, including The Spy Who Loved Me and The Apprentice. In addition, it won numerous architecture awards and has been designated as a National Historic Site in Canada. In this house located near Tokyo, all walls are made of glass. It also uses underfloor heating and hidden central air conditioning. The house in Japan is therefore very rare, because the whole house is transparent, even the ceiling. The only area that isn't transparent is the bathroom, so you still have some privacy. The house was designed by Sao Fujimoto architects and is inspired by the past people who lived in tree houses. In this house, you'll of course get a lot of sunlight if you like it, just no privacy. The house is about 25 square meters and even has a garage for a car. As far as I could find, a family actually lives here. And the funny thing about the house is that it's just between other normal houses. Would you like to live here? Let me know in the comments. If you feel like getting in touch with nature, then the Free Spirit Spheres Treehouse close to Vancouver in Canada will help you do just that. The spherical treehouses are specifically made for people to spend a night or more in, so that you can enjoy the magical atmosphere of the forest. You won't find such houses anywhere else on the planet. In fact, the company, Free Spirit Realms, is the only manufacturer that builds this kind of spherical treehouse. Have you ever dreamed of living in a treehouse when you were a kid? Well, that dream can come true if you move to Italy. A group of architects have created a unique apartment complex called Treehouse in Turin, Italy. The complex consists of 5 different apartments, each designed like a giant treehouse. The treehouse apartments are environmentally friendly, designed using sustainable materials and energy-efficient technology. Each apartment has its own balcony, and the interior is furnished with natural materials such as wood and stone. The building is covered with a variety of plants, creating a natural environment in the heart of the city. The architects wanted to create a space that is not only visually stunning, but also has a positive impact on the environment. The apartments are located in a quiet residential neighborhood, offering a serene escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. The complex is also conveniently located near public transportation, making it easy to explore the rest of the city. One of the most unique features of the Treehouse complex is the communal rooftop garden. This communal space provides residents with a place to relax and unwind while enjoying a beautiful view of the city. This house is known to almost every Australian, as it's one of the most famous and popular houses in their country. The floating pole house is located 40 meters above the coastal town of Fairhaven. It has only 1 bathroom and 1 bedroom, and you have to pay about €800 to stay there once. The house is equipped with the latest modern technologies, and the view is 100% breathtaking. The cube houses in Rotterdam were designed by the famous Dutch architect Piet de Blom. These cube houses consist of 38 small cubes that form a complete residential building. The buildings are located on a pedestrian bridge, with shops and cafes on the ground floor and living spaces above. Each cube is tilted at 45 degrees, giving the entire complex a surreal forest of tilted trees look. One of the most interesting things about the cube houses is that they were designed to maximize the limited available space in the city. The design of the house ensures that residents can use the entire surface of each cube while still maintaining privacy and a sense of community. If you plan to visit Rotterdam and want to stay in one of these iconic houses, some of them are even available for rent on Airbnb. There are actually 3 separate complexes of cube houses in Rotterdam, each with its own unique design and layout. The first complex, built in 1984, consists of 38 houses, arranged in a hexagonal shape. The second complex, built in 1985, consists of 20 houses arranged in 2 rows, while the third complex, built in 1997, consists of 32 houses arranged in a rectangular block. There's even a museum in one of the houses, the Kitsch Kubis Museum, which offers various tours. When you see this for the first time, you might think it belongs to a movie set, but it doesn't. The upside-down house was designed by a Polish man named Daniel in 2007. The house has become one of the biggest tourist attractions in Poland. However, tourists have complained of nausea when entering the house, as literally everything inside is stuck to the ceiling upside down. However, this is not the only house in the world that's upside down. There's also one in Germany. As you can see, it looks pretty funny how this woman's cleaning the cupboards, while it looks like she's hanging upside down. Furthermore, the entire house is fully furnished with upside-down furniture. In Japan and the United States, you can also find houses that are upside down. These houses all bring a lot of attention, but of course, it's not really practical. In which house would you like to live? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.